Good afternoon and welcome to a special meeting of the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors. The meeting today is to talk about appointing a citizens committee regarding filling a vacancy in legislative district number 22. So I would entertain a motion for item number 1.
Mr. Chairman, this is Tom Galvin. Do we need to take roll?
Oh yeah, good point, Tom.
And then, Mr. Chairman, I do have a question for legal before any motions are entertained. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Madam
Chairman.
Clerk,
I will take the roll for the record. All are remote. I will start with Supervisor Hickman.
Here.
Supervisor Gates.
Here.
Supervisor Galvin.
Here.
Supervisor Gallardo.
Here.
And Chairman Sellers.
Here.
Thank you.
Supervisor Galvin, or Vice Chairman Galvin.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. This is a housekeeping item, but I just want to make sure that we're doing everything according to the statute, since this is a unique situation. My question for legal, who's here, is Title 41-1202A5 says that if there's a failure by the LD to fill a vacancy, that the state party chairman shall immediately notify the Board of Supervisors, and this Board of Supervisors shall fill the vacancy. The time frame for appointing a citizens panel shall run from receipt of notification from the state party chairman. So I have a two-part question. A, when did that notification arrive from the state party chair? And B, was it done so? Because I haven't seen it yet. And if I missed it, I apologize.
Chairman Sellers and Supervisor Galvin, I have not seen any notification from the state, but that does not mean that it has not happened. So I'm unable to give specific advice because I do not know who gave notice to who and in what format it was given. I would be happy to
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
it, but I don't have those facts.
Mr. Chairman, this is Tom again. I just want to clarify, it's not the state itself, not the Secretary of State. It's the state party chairman. 41-1202A5 says the state party chairman shall immediately notify the Board of Supervisors. I haven't seen a notification from the state party chair. The time clock of 7 days runs from receipt of notification according to the statute. So I believe we need that before we're able to move forward. And I want to know if the Democratic State Party chair has complied with the statute.
I'm not sure how we get an answer to that right now.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I just number one, I'm glad Supervisor Gallardo tabled the last agenda item to get us to this point, and I appreciate it, Steve. And I appreciate the phone calls that Steve has made to me. Might I suggest then I am absolutely fine to have you reschedule or push back the meeting to get Supervisor Galvin's answers. I don't know if Supervisor Gallardo, the county consistently is looked at for our prudence, our deliberations in the matter. We always want to make sure that we do not run afoul of any statutory requirements. And I would be happy to jump back on a call. I think that we have Supervisor Gallardo has done a great job in getting some names for this committee. And before we hear them, if a supervisor wants to absolutely make sure that we are not going to run afoul of any law or wade into a problem with any of the parties, by just doing this duty and this function that looks like we are being called upon, I would be fine with it. I'd also be fine with if Supervisor Gallardo wants to say something. But I'm ready to go at any point.
Supervisor Gallardo?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I have been playing phone tag since yesterday with the chair of the Democratic Party. I have not had a chance to actually speak with her, but I have spoken to their legal counsel. I've spoken to legislative legal counsel. I've had a number of conversations over the last 24 hours in regards to this. I would share the same thoughts with Mr. Hickman. Is we want to make sure that it is done correctly. This is how we got where the legislative district 22 got to where they were by just working on assumptions, and we don't want to do that. So I see our clerk there, our clerk of the board. I don't know if I have not personally received any notification, and I don't know if the clerk has received any type of notification.
Chairman Supervisor Gallardo, the clerk's office has not received a notification from the party chair.
Mr. Chairman, this is Tom again. Sorry, Steve.
No, go ahead, Tom.
No, I just want to reiterate with what Clint and Steve said. I think Clint and Steve have been duly diligent about complying and making sure that everything is being done the right way. I am just frankly shocked at how everything has transpired over this appointment and how the Democratic State Party chairman has not fulfilled their duties that are incumbent upon us to act after they fulfill those statutory duties. And it puts us in this position where I think we're going to have to table this until the Democratic Party gets their ducks in a row over there. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, Supervisor Galvin, all due respect, this is, I'm kind of thrown back that this was not brought up earlier before this call and waiting at the last minute while we're on this call. It would only have been appropriate if this was brought. I was under the impression that they made the notification. I wish this would have been brought up sooner before the call, so we could be sure that things were done correctly. That's
absolutely.
Near and there, but
they made it
no, don't get me wrong. I definitely hear you. I don't think anyone on this board wants to do anything incorrect. We want to make sure everything is done by Arizona revised statutes, and if it means pausing this while we go out and I just text the attorney for the Democratic Party to say, hey, has this been performed? He hasn't responded back. I'm waiting for a response. But I would have easily have reached out to him first thing in the morning this morning and asked, have they fulfilled what they needed to do? But until then, I think before we move forward, Mr. Chairman, we're going to have to wait to make sure that this is done correctly.
Okay, well, we do have a holiday on Monday. So do we talk about rescheduling for next week?
Mr. Chairman, I'm available at any time. My concern is just moving this forward as soon as possible. I want to be able to fulfill this seat as quickly as we can.
And Mr. Chair, I'm in the same position. I'll make myself available whenever you set a new meeting.
Okay. Well, and then
Mr. Chairman.
Do we think that we could have resolution for this later this afternoon?
It would be my preference, Mr. Chairman. And again, I apologize, gentlemen, to have a short recess while we figure this out and I get some clarification. I'd be more than happy to do my role in making sure that the proper notifications have been committed. They may have been done. I don't know. Doesn't look like our clerk's office has received it. but I will definitely do my part.
Okay, so we will recess. If we can't resolve this within the next, what, hour and a half, then we will delay it until next week.
Sounds good, Mr. Chairman.
Okay,
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Madam
Hey,
Clerk,
Thanks, guys.
what do we need to do to recess?
Chairman, I think you just did.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Jack, well, I'll be looking forward to your call from Rick or you guys if something pops up and we get the right things in hand. I will absolutely keep this afternoon open. If you want to call us back into session, give me a little bit of time to make sure I either get to a phone or a desktop, and I look forward to seeing you guys again, quite possibly.
Okay, very good. Thanks.
Thank you.